Well, friends, good morning. Chagandar Rana here. So, we will discuss today about the fish insurance. See, the fish insurance is a typical one. This is applicable to fry, finger, lings, fish in freshwater only, and not to marine fisheries or to brackish water fish. The period of insurance is the entire period of crop, since the period varies from 12 months to 18 months. Sum insured is the value of fish changes from fry, fingerlings stages to the final catch or harvest stage. Hence, there is no fixed sum insured under the policy. The value of fish at each month or any other stage till the catch period is to be certified by an authorized officer approved in this regard, and the certified valuation table will be incorporated in the policy, forming the basis for settlement of claims. So the values so arrived at will depend on the cost of fry or fingerlings, cost of input, other incidental expenses, profit not being calculated or not being included in the valuation, and the claims will be only total loss is payable. So when we talk of fish insurance, the complicacy of insurance has to be understood, because this is not applicable to all kind of fishes. This is restricted to fry, fingerlings, fish in freshwater only, and not to marine fisheries or to brackish water fish. Secondly, the period of insurance of fish insurance is the entire period of crop, since the period varies from 12 months to 18 months. And the sum insured is the value of fish changes from fry, fingerling stages to the final catch or harvest stage. Hence, there is no fixed sum insured under the policy. So the value of fish at each month or any other stage till the catch period is to be certified by an authorized officer approved in this regard, and the certified valuation table will be incorporated in the policy, forming the basis for settlement of claims. So the value so arrived at will be dependent on the cost of fry or fingerlings, cost of input, other incidental expenses, profit not being included in the valuation, and the claim will be settled only on total loss. So only total loss is payable. But related to the fish insurance is the aquaculture, that is fish and pond insurance. Fish and ponds. This has a slightly different cover, because this policy indemnifies the insured against total loss due to accident or disease of fry, fingerlings, fish and ponds, lake and other still water projects only, subject to certain exclusions. The sum insured and the valuation would be by the fisheries extension officer in case of fish farmers development agency, or an officer of the equal cadre in a state government fisheries department. Then the premium rate is 2.5% per annum on the average value of the fish, and minimum premium is Rs 15. Excess clause is there, that means insured to bear 20% of each and every loss. That means the basis of indemnity would be 80% of the value of the fish as per valuation decided by the Department of Fisheries at the time of loss. And the important exclusions would be loss due to neglect, carelessness, natural mortality, improper management, willful or malicious act, dangerous insects, predators, competitors, variation in pH factor, physical or chemical status of water and soil, violation in transit, etc. As far as claim procedure is concerned, the intimation to the company is required within 24 hours and submission of completed claim form together with the certificate from the Department of Fisheries for reason of loss, death and valuation at the time of loss is required. So this requirement has to be complied with by the insured. Basic thing about the aquaculture or fish and ponds insurance is that this policy indemnifies the insured against total loss due to accident or disease of fry, fingerlings, fish and ponds, lakes and other still water projects only. And sum insured evaluation would be done by the Fisheries Extension Officer in case of Fish Farmers Development Agency or an officer of equal cadre in the State Government Fisheries Department. Though premium rate differs company to company, but normally it is 2.5% per annum on the average value of the fish. And minimum premium is 15. There is a provision of compulsory excess so that 20% of each and every loss have to be borne by the insured. Because the basis of indemnity in the policy is 80% of the value of the fish as per the valuation decided by the Department of Fisheries at the time of loss. So it is 80-20 ratio of the indemnity. 20% by the insured, 80% by the insurer. But the insurer would not pay the claim if the loss is due to neglect, carelessness, natural mortality, improper management, willful or malicious act, dangerous insects, predators, competitors, variation in pH factor, physical or chemical status of water and soil, violation transit. So as against the scope of the cover, the list of exclusions is long one. The coverage is of course there, but this is always subject to certain exclusions. Moreover, the customer is required to intimate to the insurance company within 24 hours. Secondly, this completed claim form together with the certificate from the Department of Fisheries for reason of loss or death and valuation of time at the time of loss is must, because the claim would be settled on the basis of the immediate intimation as well as the submission of claim form with required documents. But this aquaculture fish and pond insurance is most useful for the farmers or the people or the agencies or the institutions who are engaged in this business and need the protection from the insurance company. The protection is obviously very clear that the policy will set the liability on the 80-20 basis, because 80% of the amount of the loss will be paid by the insurance company only. 20% has to be borne by the insured himself. So this is the fish insurance. Fish in freshwater only, or not to marine fisheries or to brackish water fish is one plan, and the another plan is aquaculture, that is fish and ponds insurance. So both the plans are available in the market. Thank you very much.